What's up, people? Hey, I'm doing this video primarily for the ears of this Hebrew Israelite group. They call themselves GMS. GMS. Great Millstone. And I got some things I got on my chest based on what I've been hearing, what I've been seeing within that group. Now, I'm hoping all that see this video that you take in consideration as to what I'm saying. I think it's a good thing that that particular group, that they was given the an understanding as to what the scriptures are. I learned a lot from them as well as others, and I'm grateful to the Most High for allowing me to see some things, allowing me to understand some things. Whether I be a part of the elect or I'm a part of the 2/3, I'm grateful either way. Surely I don't want to be a part of the 2/3 that's destroyed. But, you know, nonetheless, I had to do that. I had to say that, rather, because I don't know where I stand. I'm not going to be like how you typically would hear coming from these churches, Baptist church and so on, where the members are saying, I'm saved. They're already telling you where they stand. And some members, I think, even though they say they call themselves the hopeful elect, the way they speak, as if they know as a matter of fact that they are the elect. Primarily, even though, like I said, they say the hopeful elect, but how they point and say, you Jakes, you niggas gonna be, the Most High gonna destroy you niggas, and never include themselves in that shit. Now, I'm not gonna say that they should say that the Most High gonna kill us, but don't speak in such a way where you think that you've made it already. You should reword what you have to say when you're accusing others. To, you know, I'm not going to say to include yourself of being destroyed, knowing that you're going to be destroyed when you're putting forth an effort, but you don't know where the Most High stand with you. Because the scriptures say, I'm not going to quote any scriptures as far as pointing out where is it located, but when I say it, you know exactly where it is, those who are in the scriptures. The Bible talks about how there was a group that was complaining about how, not complaining, I think they brought out a scenario how, you know, something happened to these people and they died, and the Messiah said, they're not more wicked than you, but unless you also repent, you will likewise perish. So, you know, you may also find yourself in the same position. For the scriptures say, woe unto you who desire the day of the Lord, for what end is it for you? So, you know, if we all can recognize that, you know, our best foot forward is still like filthy rags. Keep yourself humble. Keep yourself humble. Even if you see others doing poorly when it comes down to holding to a standard that you believe that they have the ability to hold to, don't be too quick to say who's going to be destroyed, because the Lord says, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and show compassion on whom I will show compassion. You don't know who's going to be destroyed. You have a general idea, and I understand your point when you point out, oh, this person is going to be destroyed, and that person, I understand the sentiment. I understand. But be careful. Now, I made a video earlier, I posted, but then I pulled it down before anybody was able to see it, because I said, let me just do this thing over. I don't want to sound too much like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm not saying I don't, but I don't want anyone to be able to take what I'm saying and then try to bash it. Even though I know that's going to be the case, because the people, the individuals in GMS, they typically go on the offense when somebody's got to say something about them. Today's date is, I think is it the 23rd? Today's Friday. It's either the 23rd or 24th, can't remember. But it's Friday, January 23rd or 4th. And I just finished watching a video, and in fact, I saw one earlier today, and then, right now it's about 5 p.m. Central Time. And I just finished listening to a live. I caught the tail end of it, maybe about, 20 minutes of it. And I was disgusted as to what I was hearing. And it kind of falls in line with what I heard from this dude out in South Carolina, the member of GMS that's in South Carolina, a bald-head dude. I'll start with his video that I saw earlier. He came on with a correction as to what he may have said in a previous video, in which the only reason why he doing a correction is because I guess the leader of the group, who they call Apostle Tahar, he made a video and he corrected him in that video concerning the wheats and the tares. And he corrected himself, or clarified what he was trying to get at. And that's not the only time I've seen a correction that come from him in recent days. He did something, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, and his Apostle Tahar corrected him there, and he came back and was remorseful, it seems. At least his words made it seem as if he was remorseful, and he retracted and fixed it to fall in line with what they typically would preach, I suppose, or that's their understanding of what the scripture is saying. But I bring those two out is because I listened to that dude as far as what he has to say. In fact, he's probably blocked me because I interacted with him on his videos and other videos that you guys in GMS may have put up. And I got comments or questions posted, and they may not like it. So I'm thinking some of them may have blocked me, especially that dude in South Carolina. He's quick to block, not knowing who he's blocking. He doesn't like what's being said. I don't really think he really cares to be a part of that group, other than, just having the name and having that connection online. But you don't really see him do work. Now, some of y'all may think he does work. And I'm not really trying to go and attack him. You all know what it is. But what I really want to get at is that you don't hold each other accountable at all. I don't think. And when I say at all, what I mean is there's a lot of people that listen to him, as far as they watch his videos. They may be in contact with him directly, phone calls or what have you. But the only one that corrected him both times was this Tahar character. No one else made a video. No one. I don't know if they approached him behind the scenes or what. All I know is that both times, at least those two times, I'm sure there was more, but at least those two times recently, that only when his Apostle Tahar mentioned something about what he said in a video that he may have done is when the correction came about. No one else. Which tells me, or at least on the surface, because once again, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. But on the surface, it seems as if there's a respect of a person within that group that no one corrects others. No one corrects, I guess, those who's been around, who's boisterous. Well, maybe because they don't know themselves. But it seems to me, if they know this, why is it just Tahar correcting them? Now, like I said, I made a video previously, and I was talking about these things, but I said, no, I'm not going to post that video. Maybe this one, when I'm done with it, that this one will be posted and someone will get a chance to see it, where they can get this message. Because, like I said, you guys block people, and you don't really know who you're blocking. There's a scripture, I can't tell you where it's located, but it says something to the effect, and I'm paraphrasing, be careful who you talk to, for you may be entertaining angels. I'm not saying myself or anyone else is that, but you don't know. You're online. You don't know how an individual can help you. But because of your arrogance, due to South Carolina, and many of you who follow that lead, you block people sight unseen and going solely based on what you think the individual is saying online. Now, if it's blatant that they are disrespectful, then I can understand that. But if they're asking a simple question, whether you think that it was something you dealt with so many times before, or it was a question or a statement that had a tone within it that made you feel uncomfortable, I don't think they need to be blocked, because your job is to preach and teach, right? This is what you guys say y'all do. And so you take it upon yourself to say that person, they're not around you, they're just on the internet, and they can't get the message that you say that you are willing to put out there for the Lord. Oh, let me guess, you taking it upon yourself to say who's worthy of it and who's not. Now, granted, I understand some of them you may probably have to do that, but I think you guys are getting out of hand concerning that. I just watched the video. I was more so listening to it. I don't know this dude's name, so I'm gonna throw the name out there. I think this is his name. Y'all call him Ricard. I think his accent sounds like he's from New York. And I've seen some old videos of you guys doing your thing on like Times Square or whatever, wherever you used to do it, 34th Street. I'm from New York as well. So he's been around a long time. But listening to that dude in that video that they just did, it was some sort of live. But like I said, I caught the tail end of it. If I didn't know anything about that dude, I was listening to him, I would say that he's wicked as hell. Wicked as fuck. And he said something that doesn't reflect what the scriptures say. And no one around him corrected him. They all was in agreement to what he said. And I can tell you what he said. You go back and listen to the last 20 minutes of that live feed that they did. Remind you, today is Friday, January, I think 23rd or 4th. I don't know what day this falls on. I gotta look it up. Let me see. Man, I can't see it. But just look it up. And if you care to listen to what he said in that video, he said these dudes are out here willfully, and I'm using my words, but it's basically the same thing he said. These dudes, these niggas are out here willfully committing adultery, which basically means these guys are faggots or homosexuals. He didn't use faggot. He said homosexuals. Now, where in the scriptures does it say committing adultery means also that you're a homosexual? I don't believe it says that. Yet, no one in his circle corrected him. I like to think that they are in agreement with him, or it's a matter of respect of persons, because maybe he's got some years under his belt claiming to be part of this group, your group, and being a part of the hopeful elect. Like I said, as I charge you guys, don't make judgment calls as to who's who. But if I didn't know no better, I would think he's a part of the wicked. Just based on how he was talking. Yes, he was talking about some other things and how bad they look and how bad they're doing. But in my opinion, he's a fucked up individual, just like many of you. He said, and all you guys in GMS, however he may have put it, fuck you too. Listen to that. Listen to that. If he knows that there are individuals that's like that, point it out. Go help them. But you're not putting out no names. You're not willing to even confront them. You just saying, making a broad statement, fuck you too. All you members of GMS that's lukewarm, or however he may have put it. And you guys consider this somebody who you call your own? Because you got a rapport with them and you don't want to break it because you believe them. That's sad. Your elder Tahar, not too long ago, he made a charge and he was like, hey, yo, you guys need to put more videos out there. Well, where's that dude's Ricard's work? I guess he get a pass, huh? Because he's been around a long time. Huh? He's exempt. Because I don't see anything from him. Maybe I don't have his information. Maybe I don't get his stuff coming back to me. Well, y'all let me know where can I find his stuff, because I can keep track of what he has to say as well. But maybe he just get to do it every once in a blue moon. Put up a video. Y'all guys need to hold each other more accountable than you do. Why don't y'all tackle him as well as, I'm talking about, when I say him, I'm talking about the dude Ricard. Why don't y'all focus on the ones that in GMS that you say, fuck you too? Get at them and see if they need to be around y'all any longer. Or do you not know who you're talking about? That was just some random broad stroke of a statement that you have no clue as to who you're talking about. Please correct them if he needs correcting. And I hope that you see that he needs correction. You too young in the movement that you feel that you can't tell him anything? Well, get one of the people that's been around him. Apostle Tahar and Gabar and any of the other ones that's been around a long time. No, they're not going to say anything, I'm sure. Because they've tolerated that dude all this time. And he's still around y'all talking reckless. That's why I want to hear him. I want to see what type of work he brings forth, so I can hear how he do. I bet you it's not good. Now, the dude in South Carolina, I think he's pretty decent. I got some concern about how he do his thing too, but he's all right. He's all right. He needs work, but he's all right. My message for making this video, once again, if I didn't state it already, is to encourage you guys in GMS. Stop fucking around and hold each other accountable. These people ain't your friend. You don't know what they do behind closed doors. You call each other brother because you see them a few times and they post some scriptures and they doing as you say, and so you think they good. I know they can do better. I know you can do better, even more so as a group. But you're not doing as well as I think you could because you don't hold each other accountable. You do the respect of a person game. That's sad. I got a whole lot more to say. But I'll put out another video and I'll address the other things that I want to talk about. What? You might ask? Well, I'll just give you a quick preview. The Chariots is one. The women who you think have the understanding. Are you associated with any of them? Or you just assuming that there are some women that's online that you have no clue as to who they are, as to call them sister, believing that they are actually individuals that you know because you interact with them, individuals that's striving to do good. What else? What else I have an issue with that I heard you guys talk about? Man, I can't think of off the top of my head right now. I had a few of them. I'll leave it right there. I assure you, when I do another video trying to address GMS and its members and all those who may hear the video, it gets traction. I kind of lost my train of thought. I just hope the video gets traction, and I'll bring out another one, even more so if this one gets traction.